There was a turning point in the breakdown of relationship between Prince William and Prince Harry, but what was that and why was it witnessed on international television? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. That is your royal story breaking out of London today. We're in King Charles Street, in case anyone's interested. It's just off Whitehall, and of course down that road are the Cabinet War Rooms, or as people like to call them here, the Churchill War Rooms. Fascinating place if you get the opportunity to come and visit. But back to the latest breaking royal story. Now, a lot of people speculated, of course, exactly at the point when William and Harry really kind of had that breakdown between their communications. Lots of people obviously speculated that it was all to do with Meghan Markle, and that's simply true. We do know that Prince William had serious doubts and reservations about the union that was coming forward. But then, more importantly, of course, we witnessed something on television which really shocked Prince William, and more so given the fact that it was put together by a one-time close friend, although he has now decided they weren't that close at all and was simply a calculated move to make sure that, of course, he kept his journalistic career moving forward. You will recall, of course, that now infamous trip with Harry and Meghan when they toured Africa. It was deemed a huge success, in fact so successful that Harry and Meghan decided that when they came back from that tour, people may have been a little jealous, allegedly. But it wasn't the case. The bigger problem was simply this. The person interviewing him on that tour was, of course, the ITN newsman Tom Bradbury. Importantly, he always manages to bring up either William or indeed Harry and Meghan when he has something to publicise, like one of his thriller books. But here's the background to that particular breakdown. Simply because, of course, Mr. Bradbury decided that he wanted to, well, get to the bottom of the truth. And you will recall, of course, that Prince Harry said that they were on different paths, but he loved his brother dearly. That was the point where Prince William felt that Tom really overstepped the mark. So much so, of course, that now the relationship has soured and both he and Catherine have cut Tom out of their lives. Not good news though for ITV News, simply because, of course, it was always good to have the future king on side. But here's where it gets even more interesting and what you might not know, but we're telling you first here on the show. All of that interview with Meghan Markle and, of course, Prince Harry was very tightly choreographed. And what a lot of people don't realise is this, that both Harry and Meghan knew full well the questions that they were both going to be asked. So, of course, they could prepare their answers. It's not spontaneous at all. And this, for me, is where it gets even more interesting, because the now infamous clip where Tom asks her, you know, how have you been coping? And she thanks him, basically saying, not many people have asked that. Well, then we do know, of course, being an actress, former actress, Meghan had the opportunity to, of course, sit down and work out exactly how she wanted to look, and with those big doe eyes, make sure that she commanded the world's attention. Now, this apparently was the turning point for Prince William. And it does appear that that particular friendship between Tom, his wife, Catherine and William is now totally spent. There's no way back, according to close sources to William, simply because he felt that he trusted the ITN journalist and, more importantly, felt that he should have done more to protect Harry for speaking out so broadly on international television. And that particular incident also stems to the recent outburst of why ITV had to remove certain remarks from a royal commentator about the fact that Prince William was allegedly planting stories to the media about his younger brother. I wanted to highlight that particular incident simply because people then understand how these things evolve. But for now, if you want to know exactly where the fractious relationship started between William and Harry, that's exactly where it did start. Out in Africa, with, of course, an ITV crew in tow. Neil Sean in the heart of London.